Hey everybody, Iron Dog 63 here. This video is going to be how to make a pressed ham loaf. Here I got probably 2.5 to 3 pounds of deboned ham. It's got a little bit of fat on it, nothing to worry about. But they're not all regular shapes and sizes, because what this is going to do, I'm going to put this in the oven and warm it up to room temperature, or warmer. And I'm going to put it in a KitchenAid mixer. We're going to mix this up. But we're going to mix it with ham jello. That's right, ham flavored jello. This is ham broth. I've skimmed all the fat off of it. I'm going to put this in the oven. And I'm going to put a scoop of this in with it so it melts. When it's all said and done, I'll put it in a mixer. And once I get it in the mixer, I'll mix it all up and we'll be able to form our pressed ham loaf. I'm guessing about that much, maybe a little more. Well, if it's got a lot of excess moisture in it, when you can drain that off. So, but I want all this meat to be covered in this gelatin. By the way, this is all the meat, or the bones I picked off, and the fat. So, pretty good. This ham for 75 cents a pound. I made breakfast ham with it, and the rest of it I put in a crock pot along with a couple other ham bones I had, and I cooked all the meat off. This stuff right here is going to be warmed up one day and thrown into some canning jars and canned as beef broth or as ham broth. So, right now I got the oven set for 350. I'm going to put it in there for 20 minutes. And after 20 minutes, I'll shut the heat off and let it sit in there probably for another 20 minutes. Okay, you can see it's got juice, or that broth is melted in there. And what you want to do, see, there's big chunks in here. Nothing's the same. You want to make sure all this meat gets coated. Let's see there. That looks like a big chunk of fat. Put that right there. There we go. Everything's pretty well coated. It's been in there, been in the oven for around 40 minutes. I got the KitchenAid mixture out. We're going to start throwing this in there along with the juice, because actually that juice is a binding agent. That's what's going to stick this all together. That and pressure. There it is. You can see it. Oh, I'm going to put the beater in. I only have this one beater, so I bought this at a yard sale. In fact, I couldn't walk at the time when I bought it, so me and Kathy were driving around. We seen it at a yard sale. She walked up and picked it up. Got it for, they wanted $15 for it, and we got it for $10. Now what this is going to do is mix it all up. It's going to break it into smaller pieces. It's going to have some bigger chunks in it still. See how there's bigger pieces in here? That don't make a difference, though, because that's actually, it's like cob. You know, cob in a house. These bigger pieces are going to mesh with other pieces, and when you put this all together and you put it in the refrigerator and you press it, it'll all bind together. There'd be some big chunks in there. There's some small chunks in there. Now it might be enough to make 2 ham loaves, I don't know. We're going to do one at a time, I guess. So you want to put some good old-fashioned saran wrap in there. And you only need this just to get it out the first time. After you get it out of the pan the first time, you're fine. Now, let's see what we got here. Now there is no broth down at the bottom of this pan because it's all been mixed into the hand mixture. But there's a big piece of gristle or fat I don't want in there. This gives you a second chance to check everything out before you put it in your pan. Now you can do this with a bread pan and a brick with aluminum foil. Another piece. That's a bone. Go ahead, I'm checking. Don't look like there's going to be enough for 2 full loaves. Whatever there is. And yes, the kitchen or the stovetop is clean. And my hands are clean. In fact, when I deboned this, I used gloves because it's so greasy. Might get one big loaf out of here, one heavy-duty loaf. Well, this just makes gives you another option to do something with your hand other than, you know, making bean soup with it or throwing it out because you're done, you know. And most of this ham right here was just little pieces. So, very little pieces. Now hopefully I can get this to go down in the refrigerator to help push it down. There we go. She's locked in there. Tighter than hell. That is going to be one big loaf of ham. And I don't think I'm going to need to put anything on there because this thing's got locks all the way around on it. And it is sitting in there nice and tight. Alright everybody, it has been 24 hours since I made this. And let's see what it looks like. Huh. Looks pretty good to me. Well, maybe we won't. Alright, let's see if we can get this out of here. There we go. Now, like I said in the video, this is a pressed ham loaf. That's all it is, ham. Looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Sure does, doesn't it? There we go. Now, you want to take a sharp knife and you want to slice this stuff. Fortunately for me, I have a sharp knife. This is a restaurant style slicing knife. There you go. Now you can make a sandwich with that. Now I do have a slicer, electric slicer, and that's what I will do is I will bring that in. I got to clean it up because it hasn't been used in a while. I'll bring that up, bring it in, clean it, and I will slice this into sandwich slices. Alright, I got this all washed up now, and we're going to put this in. There it is. You're going to go back in its container. Let's go in the refrigerator. I'm going to slice it up either today or tomorrow. I get probably tomorrow when I'm canning, I'll probably slice it up. This is the end of the pressed ham loaf. Okay, I haven't tasted it yet. I haven't done anything to it. I brought it in here on a plate. You can see still the two pieces are the exact same way they were. I'm gonna test this the first time. This is the first time I've tasted it, so I will taste it right along. You can see exactly how my reaction or whatever. But see, pretty good. It does have a high salt content in it, which I didn't put any salt in it, but that's from being the ham itself. And the concentrated ham jello. If I ever do this again, make it, which I probably will, I probably will not use the ham broth, the jello. I'll probably use clear gelatin instead. That'll cut down on some of the salt. Then again, if I use just a regular ham, not a salted ham or a smoked ham, if I use just a regular ham, there won't be so much salt in it to begin with. So, depends on what kind of ham you're using. This was a smoked ham, and you know, picnic or not picnic ham. I don't know what it was, but I know it was smoked, and it's a combination of two different hams, or actually three different hams. We had 2 hams for Easter. I picked the meat off the bones, and I threw everything in a container and put it in the freezer. And then the other day I cut up a ham and made breakfast steaks with it, and whatever was left I put in a bowl and left it in the refrigerator, and then I cooked it all together. Some of this ham's been cooked twice, some of it hasn't. So, but it is rather tasty. Be pretty good with some Miracle Whip on it and a slice of American cheese on a piece of rye bread, or you know, a couple of slices of rye bread. This probably weighs 3.5 to 4 pounds, that loaf right there, which is fine. I'm going to slice it up actually with my slicer, and that way it'll be ready for sandwiches. I'd have had another pound of this and could have got it all in that container and then put it in a press and press it down. This thing would have come out like a brick. You know, the more pressure you put on it, the better it turns out. This is Iron Dog 63 saying, hey, you got extra? Make something with it. I want to thank you for being a subscriber. If you're not a subscriber, please like and subscribe. It really does help. And as always, God bless and have a great day. Hashtag I am somebody. Hashtag looking lovely as ever. Prayers and peace to you all. Have a blessed day.